Hello and welcome to Here's to Your Health. I'm your host, Veggie Patty, and it's my pleasure to bring you information on healthy living. In today's episode, we are on location at the Natural Health and EcoFest. This is the 6th year for the Natural Health and EcoFest, and it is here in Livonia at the Laurel Park Manor. So we are going to go inside, we're going to talk to the founder, Joyce Alovato, and we're going to talk to some of the vendors and show you around and show you some of the wonderful products that are out there that I bet many of you have never seen before. So stay tuned and we'll be right back. I'm here talking with Joyce Alovato. She is the founder of the Natural Health and EcoFest. So thank you so much for allowing us to come and film today and for talking to us, Joyce.
Thank you for coming. I'm so excited you're doing this.
Yeah, so this is your 6th year for the event?
This is the 6th annual Natural Health and EcoFest, yes.
So tell us a little about this event. How did it get started?
Well, it got started in my mind really because I really wanted to help educate people more about living in raw foods and how it helps to save the planet and how it can affect you and your family and your life forever. And my life was dramatically changed because of a healing that took place with raw and living foods, and it's been a path of mine since 1980.
Okay.
And I love teaching people, and I want to make people more aware of it. So that's pretty much how it started.
Great. And so now, how does Ann Wigmore play a role in this event and your evolution to start it?
That's a wonderful question.
And who was she, first of all, too?
Well, Dr. Ann Wigmore was the grandmother of living foods, I guess I would say. She started Hippocrates along with Victoria Sclavinskis back in the late 50s, early 60s in Boston. I was challenged with a health challenge, and in 1980, a friend of mine gave me 2 books, and one was Survival into the 21st Century, Victoria Sclavinskis' book, and the other was Dr. Ann Wigmore's Be Your Own Doctor, and they changed my life. And I called the number in the back of the book. I was hemorrhaging, I had blood clots, I had 3 fibroid tumors, I was going through a divorce, I was depressed, and I called the number in the back of the book after being diagnosed with the fibroid tumors, and 4 months later, in August, I went to Hippocrates in Boston, and it changed my life on every level. It was profound, physically, emotionally, spiritually. I felt a joy I'd never experienced. The tumors dissolved. My heart felt light, and I started to walk a deeper path, and I'm just so grateful that it happened to me. So it was a blessing in disguise, and I know there's many stories like mine, but I think it's important for people to understand that not only is raw and living food lifestyle incredible what it can do for you, but it's also something that can be achieved much easier than people think if they understand the process and the step-by-step and the transition.
Okay, that's great. And so today, and we're going to talk to other vendors here today at this festival. But this is primarily to promote raw and living foods, and also to promote some alternative therapies and modalities that some people may not have heard of. So I know there's the infrared stuff here. There's different types of water, and so you just kind of blend it all together into one event.
Well, yeah. I learned so much from Dr. Ann. We became very, very close friends, and she believed in teaching people one person at a time, and for those of us to continue to do that so we could change the world. And I just had an incredible time talking to people to try to get together here, and I think that we've done it. A beautiful, beautiful array of vendors, exhibitors, if you will, that have products that are really can help to change lives. And these are people that are very serious. They walk the walk. They live the lifestyle, and people can come to the Natural Health and EcoFest and learn so much, and the speakers are amazing.
Yeah, that's great, and we're hoping to talk to a few of them today too. So tell us a little bit about you and what type of healing services do you offer?
Well, I've been raw since 1980, and I have a natural health center and a retreat center, and I'm a naturopath, I'm a colon hydrotherapist. I don't take a full practice any longer. I like to spend some more time with my family. I have 7 grandchildren and 2 great-grandsons. And but I love teaching raw foods. So I love teaching how to bring raw foods into your life so that you can actually make it part of your life, so that it's doable and that it's simple. So I teach detoxification classes. raw food classes, and I also have 3, 5, and 7 day raw food retreats at my retreat center in Brighton. So I guess who I am and what I do for me is to help people realize they can make this happen in their life.
That's great. Now you also just came out with a new cookbook, correct?
A food preparation book.
Food preparation book, okay. And
Yeah.
so what's the name of the book?
Well, the name of my book is Living Simply Raw.
Okay.
And it's, when I got it in my hands, it was like holding my children when they were born. This is my second book, but this is the book. And I'm very passionate about it. And it tells people very simply how to do this, how to set up your kitchen. 10 different things you need in your kitchen. Here's the tools you need. Each chapter is a step-by-step chapter, and this is what you should have on hand, and the recipes are simple and delicious. It covers dehydration. There's a wide array of recipes in here, from appetizers to desserts to dehydration to main dishes and there's education about sprouting seeds, nuts, growing greens. All of it's put together very simply.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
So now let me just ask you, what is your hope for every attendee that comes through here, whether it's a past attendee or a newbie that comes through the door?
My hope for everybody that attends here is that when they leave, and we've asked people, and they say the most amazing things, that when they leave, they've actually felt like they've got something tangible. They didn't just come in and walk through an event, but they're walking away with something they can take and use. And so, and that they can see that their life can be changed. And we have people that have written me that have come to this event, and it was their first exposure to raw foods, and were very sick and have changed their life totally, written me letters, and just so rewarding, I can't even tell you. So that's what my prayer is.
Great. Well, that's wonderful. So I want to thank you again for allowing us to come, and we are going to talk to some of the other vendors that are here today, and maybe we'll have you back on later for a full-length show.
All right, that would be fun. That would be great. And my website is livingsimpliraw.com, where you can order the book, and it will be available on Amazon too.
Okay, great. That's wonderful.
Thank you so much.
Yep, thank you. We'll be right back. As we were walking through the event today, we saw this wonderful eye-catching tower of lettuce and produce and greens, and so I had to stop and ask about it. So this is Chris Samancic, and this is a tower garden by Juice Plus. So you're going to tell us about this today. So what is the tower garden?
The tower garden is an aeroponic growing system, and it's completely self-contained in this tower. The water goes into the 20-gallon bucket. It pumps up through a small little pump, comes up through the tower, and according to how you have the timer set, it'll water the plants. The tonic is in the water, and when you buy the tower, it comes with the tonics. It comes with testing the water to make sure it's alkaline or acidic. It's perfect, balanced. It comes with the little pods that go into it, and then Rockwall goes into the pods. There's no dirt. It's aeroponic. It's just water and air.
Great.
And tonic.
So where did this originate from? Who invented this?
Mr. Tim Blank invented it, and he worked at the Land and Epcot Center for 15 years. So he has all kind of experience, and he knows. Our company was introduced to it 4 years ago, and now we're selling it through Juice Plus.
Great, and that's wonderful. So this is people were previously, so it was in Disney, first of all, in Epcot. Right. That was the system that they used to grow their food. And so then it got transferred over to retailers, and now it's available for people in their homes. So
well, it was designed by Tim Bank at Disney. They still have it in the Land. They have all kinds of different towers. Right. This is actually at O'Hare Airport, and there's a restaurant in New York City, and they have a lot of these towers all over that are growing food for restaurants around. And we actually grew this tower. We planted this on October 11th in our house, and we have grow lights inside of our house. And this is what it was in 3 weeks, and now here it is, May 17th, only like 4 weeks later. And I've already harvested some of the plants, and the salads are doing wonderfully. The Swiss chard, the basil, the parsley, the cilantro, it's perfect if you want a tower and have your fresh food that doesn't spoil. You can have parsley and it'll never get limp in your refrigerator.
Okay, great. So you said this is about 4 weeks of growing?
This is about 4 weeks of growing.
Okay, wonderful. And so if somebody was interested in getting more information on the tower, how do they get in touch with you?
They would look at my website, and it's www.csemantic, which is SIMANCIK.towergarden.com.
Great. Well, thank you so much for telling us all about this, Chris.
Well,
I hope you have a good day here at the show.
This is the way it looked outside. You take it outside, and we're putting it outside tomorrow, and within 2 weeks, this is just going to be huge. It'll be completely open. Thank you very much.
Yep,
thank you for
so
talking
much
with me.
Yep, no problem. We'll be right back. We're here talking with one of the raw food vendors today, and this is Michael from Try It Raw in Birmingham. So thanks for talking to us today, Michael.
No problem, it's my pleasure.
So can you tell us about the restaurant?
The restaurant is in Birmingham, Michigan. We serve all organic, gluten-free, raw food. It's vegan.
Okay.
And it's a small cafe. It only seats about like 9 people, but we do mostly carry out. We do fresh juices, smoothies, raw desserts, raw food mostly.
Okay, great. And you're going to do a little quick demo today of how to do a wrap?
Yes. This wrap is on our menu. It's called a Mike's Hand Roll, named after me. This is a collard green leaf. I'm sure you know what that is. This mixture here is made out of soaked walnut, sunflower seeds, tomato, garlic, and like Mexican spices.
Okay.
So we ground that up in the food processor already, and I'm just gonna spread this on the leaf a little bit. We got some julienne carrots for color and crunch, sweetness. Mango. These are clover sprouts. Clover cucumber. And cashew sauce with fresh lemon juice, a little garlic. And this is coconut almond sauce that we put on there too.
Okay.
And so we're wrapping this up kind of like a Japanese hand roll. So a cone shape. Roll that up like that, and then it's very easy.
Great.
Snack.
Great, that's wonderful. All right, great. And you guys also do pizza, raw pizzas,
Yeah, we have a raw
and
pizza,
juices.
juices, smoothies.
Okay, great. And what's your website?
We don't have a website. You can check us out on Facebook.
Okay.
Just search for Try It Raw.
Okay, great. So thank you so much for talking to us today.
No problem.
And that's Michael from Try It Raw in Birmingham. So if you're out in that area or you want some more information on them, you can find them on Facebook. I'm here talking with Peggy Ann Kralik. She is a representative for Manitech, and they are a company that produces a wide variety of products that helps our cells to function properly. So one of the things you guys have are nutritional supplements, but one of the reasons I want to stop by is because you have skincare products, which I don't normally see associated with companies that are trying to help people's cells function.
Right.
So tell us a little bit about the company and what's the principle behind it.
Well, as you know, as we were talking, the skin is the largest organ of the body. So it was natural for us to segue into skincare. You know, we don't want to be putting something on our face or on our skin that's going to be toxic or that's going to be harmful to us in any way. So we started out with the basis of products that help the cells to properly function and for the cells to communicate so that our immune system can work properly. And then we went to other products like vitamins and minerals and phytochemicals, which is like lycopene, and you probably have heard of that from tomatoes, and lutein, you know, and then to sports products, and then to the skincare.
Okay, so now at the basis of it, now you were telling me before about glyconutrients. So what are glyconutrients and how do those work in the body?
Okay. Well, Harper's Biochemistry, which is a medical textbook, came out with 8 glycans that your body needs to function properly. But we don't get them in our modern day diet. And for us to convert them from glucose takes a lot of enzymatic conversions, and we don't get the enzymes either.
Okay.
So we actually produce a product from food sources that gives you all of those 8 glycans
Okay.
so that your cells can function properly.
Okay, great. So now let's talk a little bit about your skincare line. You have some photos here too
Oh,
that will show what some of the products can do.
You know, I'm really, really thrilled about this. This is only 4.5 months of using the products. And I'll show you some before and after. I don't know if you can see that, if it shoots very well on the camera.
Yep.
But it's getting rid of the wrinkles on my neck, on my jawline. It's firming it up.
And I love it when people use their own products. They're their own guinea pig.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, I was thrilled about it. Look at the difference there, especially under
before
the
and
chin.
after. Yep.
I don't know if that shows up very well on the camera, but look at how hydrated my lips are compared to how they were before.
Right.
And what a difference there is in my eye, in the wrinkles in my eyes. You know, and what this does is, as you use it, the longer you use it, the better your skin's going to be, because it actually nourishes the skin.
Right.
So it doesn't just lay on the surface. It gets down to the skin matrix level where your skin cells are made.
Okay. And so it's nourishing your body through your skin, since your skin is the largest organ, and it's delivering nutrients and things that you need through that organ.
Yeah.
So what are some of these products that you have?
Well, some of the skincare products include a cleanser,
Okay.
like most, a toner, and a day moisturizer.
Okay.
And then the addition of youth is what made this profound difference in the wrinkles and the luminosity of my skin, and just tightening and firming. You know, it produced more elastin and collagen in the skin. So this is the product that has this technology from France called microspheres. And we're one of only 2 companies in the world that has this, and we're the only one that uses all food-sourced ingredients.
Okay, great. So it's a natural facelift in a bottle without surgery.
You could say that. So as you get older, when you use this, you actually get better.
Okay.
You know, so
Great. So you can
I'm thrilled with it.
reverse the aging process.
Yeah. See, I'm 105, so.
Well, you look pretty good for that age. I should start using it now then.
Probably, yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for talking to us today, Peggy.
You're so
and so, if
My
somebody,
pleasure.
if somebody wanted more information about your products, what website can they go to?
They can go to Manna Motion, that's MANNA motion.com/Peggy Ann Kralik, PEGGYANNKRALIK.
Great. Well, thank you so much. And that's
Thank
a .com, correct?
Yeah, it's mannamotion.com
Okay, and then the other one.
/Peggy Ann Kralik.
Okay, great. All right. Well, if you're looking for more information about their products and you want to look for some before and after pictures online, you can check out her website, and we will be right back with some more interviews. I'm here talking with Miles Saputo, and he is with a company called Living Pure Water. And a lot of people don't really think about their water, but water is so essential to the human body, and we have to make sure that what we're taking in is clean and pure. So how did you start with your company? How did you decide to focus on water?
Well, over many years in wellness, had some challenges of my own, and I started really focusing in, and I've also been a gardener, is creating the environment where wellness lives. And since the body is 70 to 80% water, it's a real focus on to call attention to creating that environment where wellness lives. And if your body's 70 to 80% water, your brain's 85 to 90%, how important is that water to come into your body, and what it should be to create that, to be super clean. That's why our company, Living Pure Water, having really clean water, but having a rich antioxidant level.
Okay. So what is really different about your water?
Is that where water coming out of the tap or out of a well can have a lot of contaminants in it. Today, our lovely planet Earth has there's a lot of pollution today. We all know that, and the toxins can be very endocrine disruptive. They can be very hormone disruptive. They can be carcinogenic. So it's important to clean the water to help other people be healthy. It's been a real important thing for me.
Okay.
And what really makes it different is that coming out of the tap, it's a positive ion. We want a rich negative ion, which people understand negative ion when they understand antioxidant. One feeds free radicals and free radical damage. The other one creates negative ion antioxidant. Plus our water doesn't take out the good healing minerals. It leaves them in so our water becomes more alkaline.
Okay, so in addition to filtering out all the contaminants, it's creating these the ions, and so it's ionized water and alkalized water, which people have heard those terms, ionized and alkalized. So I know we have this pH chart here that we can kind of show people, difference between acidic and alkaline. So where does tap water normally sit?
Tap water, usually they put additives in the water. The tap water usually comes out around a 7.
Okay, and where would you like it to be for healing?
For healing, most people, incoming foods and stress and everything are very acid. And you really want more alkaline. The blood wants 7.365. If it varies much on pH, you're not going to be living. So most people's cellular fluids are very acidic. So you want to help those cellular fluids become more like what your blood wants. So you balance it out by bringing in more alkaline.
Okay, and so we can see by some of you have some demonstrations here with these are the different colors, these are the pH drops that you use. So this is showing you different types of water, correct?
Right. There are some real designer bottles that they're maybe mineral rich, but they come out on the chart here as being very acidic. There are some pitchers that filter the water. They take the chlorine out. It tastes good, but it's also got a free radical, positive ion, and it comes out. It makes the water more acidic. A lot of really super filtration, reverse osmosis, will take out even the good minerals. It takes everything out, but it makes the water acidic and puts in more free radicals.
Okay.
So our water with the pitcher, using this new ultra water technology, we clean the water. We clean the water of volatile organic compounds, herbicide, pesticides, pharmaceuticals, heavy metals, fluoride, arsenic, undesirables in the water.
Okay.
And so we do that, and we've created a pitcher that does that, and we created a countertop that is charging the water non-electrically.
Okay, great. And so we want to get people to move away from the acidic water because they think they're drinking stuff that's healthy for them, but it's actually putting acid into the body. Moving more towards the alkaline colors, and you can get that through some of your products. So that's great that you guys are able to, come up with these products. So what is the? How do people get in touch with you if they want more information on your products or more information?
Well, just like our email is planetarywellness@yahoo.
Okay.
Planetarywellness@yahoo. Because just in 27 hours, Americans drink enough bottled water that if you put them end to end, it would circle the earth. And that's a lot of pollution, and that's what really I care about, the children and the planet. And so livingpurewater.com is our, will bring you to us also.
Okay, great.
Living Pure Water.
Well, thank you so much for talking to us today, Miles.
Thank you, Patty.
Yep. All right, we'll be right back. one of my very favorite products that I think I've talked about on the show enough is kale chips. And so I was very excited to see a new kale chip vendor at today's show that I hadn't seen before. So this is Diane Stewart, and the name of her company is Raw Foodie Superfoods, and you do kale chips and sprouted pumpkin seeds, right?
We do. We actually 7 flavors of kale chips, and we do 4 flavors of our sprouted seeds, pumpkin and sunflower seeds.
Great. So can you tell me, when did you start this company with the kale chips?
Well, it'll be almost a year. We're almost a year old, 1st of June, and I had ill health a couple years ago, and raw foods helped save my life. So it's kind of my passion behind this, and I just wanted to have a nice crunch to my diet, and then just designed all these different flavors of kale chips and seeds.
Great.
Yeah.
So this is an example of what, this is the nacho cheese flavor, which is one of my favorite flavors. And how do you, so people hear cheese, and then they say raw food vegan. Where do you get a cheese flavor from?
Yeah, we have a combination of nutritional yeast, red bell pepper, and actually what I want to say too is that all this is made out of real whole foods. There's no sauces and syrups. They're all gluten, dairy, and soy free, and there's no sugar, agave, or oils added. So it's almost like a dehydrated salad. You know, it's just really real whole foods, like real mango, real banana, real fresh squeezed lemon juice, no lemon juice out of the jar, that kind of stuff. And they're all 100% vegan.
Right, wonderful. So tell us, how do you make a kale chip?
Well, we start off with kale, one of the most nutrient-dense plants on the planet. We rinse it and everything really well. We make our different seasonings out of the whole foods. We have our tropical mango. It's made with mango, banana, fresh squeezed lemon juice. So I've made recipes to go ahead and flavor that. I mix up different recipes like in our Vitamix, and then I spread it all over the kale, and that flavors it. So then I put them in the dehydrator. They're in the dehydrator for up to a couple days, so they're not baked or fried. So the dehydration under 115 degrees, some of these are around 105 even, it helps to preserve the nutrients and the enzymes. So nutrients and enzymes are really important to us. Kind of almost like when we're born, we're given about so many enzymes, and when we're out of enzymes, we're dead. So some foods require enzymes to digest, and other foods like our sprouted seeds give enzymes back to our body. So they don't rob our body of it, they give us enzymes back besides other nutrients. So it's all about nutrition and wholesome foods that are just naturally flavored.
Great, well that's wonderful, and I'm glad to see another Michigan company coming up.
Thanks.
So if people wanted to find out more information about you, how can they find you?
Well, they can go to our Facebook page, Raw Foodie Superfoods, or they can go to rawfoodiesuperfoods.com, and they can find us there and where we're at, and where they can find our products and more about them.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much for
Thank
talking
you.
to us
Appreciate
today.
it.
I hope you have a great day at the show.
Thanks. We are having a wonderful day. Thank you.
Wonderful.
Yep.
Great.
Yep.
We'll be right back. It's my great pleasure to talk with Victoria Sklavinskas today, so I want to thank you so much for talking to us. Joyce had talked highly of you when I spoke with her, so tell us a little bit about yourself. She says that she's known you in this field for a long time. How did you get started in the raw foods and living foods field?
Well, I was born in Lithuania, and I was college instructor in theoretical mathematics, and then I went into computers, and because of the fast pace of life, my body collapsed. I was sick with old age diseases from not only losing my hair severely, facial pimples, acne, but arthritis, as well as rheumatism, cardiovascular problems. So I decided I was already an old man, I might as well quit. I was then 29, and I took a sabbatical leave, and I ran into Ann Wigmore, and I joined her after trying her program. We had very early inception at that time. However, as I spent more and more time, I became a very important contributor, to the point where we co-founded the Hippocrates Health Institute. Prior to that, it was running under a rising sun, Christianity, and that became a very popular movement. My book was a bestseller at one time and sold over 500,000 copies, and helped to basically put the Hippocrates on a map, because I traveled extensively lecturing on behalf of Hippocrates. during the last more or less 35 years. They've been doing extremely well, growing exponentially, especially during the last 5 years. And they basically address the environmental body ecology issues as well as also planetary ecology, because we need to change our lifestyle habits. We need to get off animal protein, because the United Nations said the #1 cause of greenhouse gases is animal husbandry. You got to stop eating those burgers, that cheese, that animal protein, eggs, chickens. You got to move into a plant-based diet. There's no reason whatsoever for eating animal protein, and it's causing all the degenerative diseases. 70% of Americans are sick with incurable, medically incurable degenerative diseases. These are reversed through lifestyle changes by becoming vegan, raw foodist on a high enzyme supplementation, and basically a lot of hydration. And all of a sudden, a plant-based diet brings you back to a healthy condition, total functionality.
Okay, great. And so, like you said, you co-founded the Hippocrates Institute. And so
Yes,
they help
with Ann
people,
Wigmore.
Right, and so they help people to learn how to live this lifestyle and to heal themselves.
Absolutely. You learn how to become your own doctor, and that's the beauty of it. Everybody can be a responsible person and take care of themselves. They're getting the Body Owner's Manual, which is not being administered in the schools, it's not being taught anywhere. So Hippocrates is serving an important function to get to know how your body works.
Okay, great. Now let's talk a little bit about your book. This is your book here. It's called Survival in the 21st Century. So
Yes.
what does your book talk about?
The book is, again, about holistic living, spirituality, not religion, but spirituality, basically connecting with the Creator through meditation and prayers, the practices that are advocated in all religions. It's about also state of happiness, how to be happy all the time, 24/7. It goes into the reasons for depression and how to reverse it. Also, it goes into cancer, shows the theoretical foundation for cancer. It's all documented from medical literature. I spent 5 years at Harvard Medical Library doing biological abstract research. We document why our system works. We worked first, and then I wanted to find out what science had to say. I got it all into this book. So I also female disorders, I covered that extensively. It's got a lot of recipes, it's got basic food preparation, it's got ideas about how to detoxify yourself of environmental toxins. It's a great helper. Besides that, it could be used, if you don't want to read it, you can use it as a coloring book. It's got about 50 illustrations that you can color it with your crayons.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much for talking
My
to
pleasure.
us today.
And I run retreats in Costa Rica, where victorasretreats.com, where we teach people living in a natural environment so that you enjoy total health and abundance. Though you can find that right here in the United States at Hippocrates Health Institute. It is one place that at least visited, and now we even have a doctor's program, which is changing the world, where doctors are coming in to study with us, because that's the function of a doctor, is to be a teacher, an educator, and a naturalist.
Thanks so much.
My pleasure.
I hope you enjoyed your day here with us at the Natural Health and EcoFest here in Livonia. At least for me, I saw some new products, which is unusual because I'm usually well versed in this area. So I hope that we brought you some information, things that you hadn't seen before, at least maybe give you one nugget of information, something that you can take back with you and research and try out, or just give you some food for thought. So if you're looking for any of the things that we saw today, you can check out my website at www.veggiepatty.com. Remember that no matter the cards you were dealt or your current state of health, you have the power to take charge of your health. So never give up and never stop learning. The solution you seek may be just around the corner. I want to wish you a wonderful today and an even better tomorrow. Here's to your health.